Cracking? Back in the classroom, June 5th, 2026. Um, Teachers are back today by ourselves. So we get a chance to, get rooms together, prepare for tomorrow when the students get here, prepare your room in the way you see fit, and all that stuff. You can get a jump start on it today. Which is definitely grateful and needed after about a 2 week break. I haven't seen my animals since the break. I definitely left them with some feeders, and so I did a quick video on checking out the tanks. And as we can see in the 55 gallon with the Starry Night, we have Diamond and Company, which are the two Cyanidus catfish. It's one of them. Sorry for the glare. They're looking good. Then we mosey over to the 40 gallon. Is mainly tetras, but also have a couple of mollies in there. Again, all donated by Dan of Consolidated Fish Farms. So glad that he was able to donate. But again, first look of the tanks of 2026 after a 2 week break. Then the guppy tank, which it's going to need some help. I'm probably going to have to hit Dan up and see if I can get another bag full of guppies, so that the students can have some to put in the teacher tanks. Still not bad. So quite a few. Made sure all of them made it through the 2 week hiatus for winter break, which was great. And now I'm in here going to prepare for my students to get ready to take on teacher tanks. So what that is this. For those that don't know, FishyBizzAquatics, name is Mr. Clark here in the classroom, science teacher in high school, my old high school, University City High in St. Louis, Missouri. I keep tanks in my classroom because it seems that students, it's more of it's like it's a spot for them to refocus. When they get antsy and jittery, anxiety and ADD, send them over to the fish tank. Fish tanks allow them to, look at different fish, and it just kind of brings them to a sense of calm, right? A lot of students, with all the hustle and bustle of the class, the bells, the friends, the enemies, or whatever that they have to go through, the fish tank brings a sense of calmness, a sense of refocus. And I've noticed that in my years of teaching, that every time I've set up a fish tank, it seems to be a big focal point in the classroom. So with that being said, using my YouTube channel and my membership at the Missouri Aquarium Society here in St. Louis, I was able to get and be given and donated several fish tanks, funds to get things for students. And what I do is I ask if any teachers would like a refocused tank in their classroom. And then I get students who seem interested in taking care of a fish tank to take care of those tanks in said classroom. They do a great job taking care of the tanks in the classroom, and they ask their parents at the end of the school year, I allow them to take that tank and set it up at their house, and able to take the fish that I have here in my classroom home with them, and now they have their own fish tank. So, with that being said, I have about 10 students that are wanting to take care of tanks in classrooms. So I went and had to go get some Amazon bottles with squirt tops on them. So I was able to get these from Amazon. What I will put in there will be dechlorinator. So each student would get a little dechlorinator bottle to keep in the classroom of their respective fish tank that they're going to be taking care of for the teacher. That way they can change the water, dechlorinated it, and they don't have to worry about coming back to my room to get a big bottle of dechlorinator and issuing it out. So students will be able to go into the classrooms. They'll be able to dechlorinate the water and do their water changes for their respective tank in that classroom. All right, I also purchased some fish bags. So these students, I will teach them how to float a fish in a tank and how to release that fish into the tank. And they will, oh, these aren't it. These are actually, all right, so we'll rewind that. These are actually the bags that they are going to get fish food. All right, so I'll pinch off some fish food, put it in these bags. They will also keep these in the classroom of the tank that they are taking care of for the teacher. And that will be used for, they'll have their own personal fish food, and they'll have their own personal dechlorinator. So, fish food, dechlorinator. All right. Now, the tanks that they're going to be setting up in the teacher's classroom will be 10 gallons, right? And I think I have a couple of 20 gallons. But they'll start off with about 3 or 4 fish in that 10 gallon, and they'll get used to feeding those fish every other day, a pinch of food. I will instruct them on how to take care of these fish so that these fish last through the rest of the year. And them taking care of those fish, then they will get a sense of how to take care of fish. Because I noticed that you go to a pet store, there's bettas there, there's goldfish there, they're eye-catching, and Mom, can I get a fish? Mom gets them a fish. They don't know how to take care of it. Fish dies in a week, 3 days or so. Kid's done with fish, all right? But had they knew how to take care of the fish, then that fish lasts for months, years. And now they know how to take care of the fish, and they'll want to get fish and be able to continue to take care of them. So with a little bit of education on how to take care of fish, which I do with my channel and with my classroom, they'll learn how to take care of the fish. Now, again, the last but not least are the bags for the fish to go in. So they'll net some fish out of my tanks that I have here in the classroom. They'll net some fish out of there. After they net the fish out, they'll go ahead and put them in a plastic bag. They'll put this bag and float the fish into the water that they've set up in the fish tank after they dechlorinate it. And then they'll release the fish after about 10-12 minutes, right? Because fish have to acclimate themselves to the temperature of the water. They do that through the outside of their body and scales and skin, right? So I think I have everything that is needed for them to have their own personal dechlorinator, right? For water changes, they'll have their own. The only thing I don't have is, and I have some small ones, but nets to if they ever need to net out a fish. But they have the bags, and they have the little baggy Ziploc bags for them to hold the fish food in. So I'm actually happy and prepared for my students to go ahead and take care of these fish in the respective classrooms. And they're going to get started on this day one that they start school, which they start school tomorrow. So I think it's going to be, I think it's going to go over really well. I think it's going to go over really well. So that's pretty much really what I wanted to jump on here live for. Working on doing some things for the channel, working on getting some more lives in a specific time. Today is Monday. I used to go live Mondays around 8 o'clock. I'm thinking about maybe getting that time slot back again. Wanting to continue to do some interviews and have people come up and stuff like that. So be looking for me to kind of, you know, pop up on your feed, maybe pop up in your, if you've subscribed and ding the notification bell. I'm trying to pop up more, and kind of get back into a routine of being on YouTube, and probably trying to also streamline that with either TikTok or Twitch or something like that, so that I can do like one for all type deal. So looking into doing that seriously. So with that being said, I'm about to go ahead and get some copies made and prepare my lessons for this first week of school for the students when they get back. Thanks for your time, appreciate it, and don't forget to, you know, subscribe and hit the bell for me. All right, I'm out. Peace.